Hey guys, this is Apple Gamer 24/7. I'm here to give you guys an updated tour of what's on my iPad. I did one of these last year. I thought it might be a good time to update you guys on what apps I use on my new iPad. So starting down here at my dock, I just have a few apps I like to access commonly or that I use every day. These are the most common used apps that I find I use on my iPad a lot. Safari, I don't like Chrome on any platform. I've expressed my opinions on Twitter the last couple of days on how slow Chrome is. And my favorite part about Safari is if I'm reading a web page on my iPad and I want to pick it up on my Mac, it automatically syncs via iCloud tabs, which is awesome. So I can just push one button and get all my tabs synced from Safari on iPad to my Mac, and this makes everything a lot easier. And I always thought it was a faster browser over Chrome, but some might disagree with me, but I just think it's a way better browser than Chrome. Mail, it's pretty self-explanatory. It sends email, and obviously I have one new message. Tweetbot, this is a fairly new app that I downloaded. It's basically a new way to view your timeline. It's sort of like very modern, very techy. It's a nice user interface. Pretty much what I use to send out tweetbots on my, not tweetbots, tweets on my iOS devices is via tweetbot. And the cool thing about it is if you slide the tweet over, this way has its built-in own gestures. You can view conversations or replies to a tweet. Obviously, there's two replies to this tweet right here. But it's actually really cool if you're trying to troubleshoot or have a conversation via Twitter. Sometimes it can be lost in your timeline, but this I'm sort of like lays it out for you in a nice, easy to follow pattern, which is nice. So definitely check out Tweetbot if you're a Twitter user. I believe that's $2.99. Pages for iPad is basically Microsoft Word, but it's for the iPad. It's really nice. I use this in school a lot when I'm taking notes. Pretty self-explanatory there. Photos is basically how you view photos on the iPad, pretty self-explanatory. And music, I don't think I really need to cover what music is. Yeah. So anyway, going over the main home screen, basically I have messages for receiving iMessages. I don't really receive too many iMessages on this iPad. I'm usually on my Mac or my iPhone the most, but never pretty much on the iPad. The calendar app for keeping track of my schedule and just doing any schedule things that I need to do. This is what I use. The built-in calendar app works good. Syncs with iCloud, which is nice. Contact, same thing. I can show you that because I don't want to show you people's personal information. Notes, recently updated for the Mac. Syncs with iCloud, which is nice if I want to take notes out here and then finish them on the iPad. Probably one of my favorite features. Maps, that will soon be replaced for Apple Maps. I never really used Google Maps on the iPad before. I used it a few times to see my own house on the map. Never really too special. The Videos app, pretty self-explanatory. YouTube, pretty self-explanatory. iTunes, the iTunes store on the iPad. I rarely buy music on here anymore because I have filled this new iPad up to the gills. It's pretty much full. So I never really buy music on here. If I do, it's usually off my Mac or on my iPhone. The App Store for downloading new apps, pretty self-explanatory. Settings, pretty self-explanatory as well. If you want to change any of the settings on your iPad or change a password on a mail account, if you changed your password recently, this is how you would do it. Game Center, basically Apple's Xbox Live for iOS devices. This is like a way that you can keep track of keep track of your achievements in Gamer Score. It's really nice. If you want to follow me on Game Center, my Game Center ID is the same thing as my username. So definitely add me on Game Center if you're interested. The camera, pretty self-explanatory, allows you to take pictures using the iPad, the new iPad or the iPad 2's front and rear cameras. Obviously the rear camera's over here, so it's not going to show up that well in the video, but if I were to switch it, it would go to the back camera, so that's nice. Newsstand for keeping track of some magazines. It's Wired Magazine, local newspaper, and The Daily, which I believe The Daily is going away in a few months, so that's not going to be there anymore. So that's kind of sad. But anyway, if you want to keep track of all your iPad newspapers and magazines, they usually go in Newsstand, which is good because if you put your iPad to sleep or you charge it overnight, automatically download the newest issue of the latest paper so you can have it in the morning as you drink your morning coffee. FaceTime for taking FaceTime calls. I never really use FaceTime on any of my products. I mainly use Skype. So FaceTime for making FaceTime calls if need be. Photo booth is just another way to take pictures, but you can add effects to them, as you can see. If I want to take a picture of my hand, with this effect I can. So it's just another way to take pictures. And it comes out over here, and you can share that I believe Twitter and soon to be Facebook once iOS 6 comes out. But that's Photo Booth. It's another way to take pictures. My first folder, books, is just basically any learning materials, any type of reading that I need to do. Evernote, I put this in here because I wanted to keep it on my first home screen because I use it to keep track of my notes, but I didn't know where to put it, so I just stuck it in here. Biology, when I used to take biology, I had an app in here that helped me study for tests, but since I'm not taking biology anymore, I can delete that off of here. So that's gone. So iBooks for reading ebooks, that's pretty much what I use. I don't like the Kindle app on here, but I have that right next to it. I'll talk about that in a second. But if I'm going to read an ebook on the iPad, I'm going to prefer iBooks because it is optimized for the Retina display and it has the gorgeous page animations, which is nice. The Kindle app, I use this when I can't find books on iBooks. I use the Kindle app. I rarely even do it because I don't really like how it looks. I believe it says like swiping through pages. They don't have any like animations like iBooks has. I just keep it in there in case I can't find a book on iBooks. And Flipboard is like an RSS feed. You can link your Facebook and Twitter accounts. And it gives you like a interesting way to view your your Facebook timeline and your Twitter feed and any other RSS feeds you have on your iPad. So I haven't set that up yet, but there's a new app that I just downloaded. Keynote is Apple's PowerPoint. That's pretty self-explanatory. You can make PowerPoints on your iPad using the built-in templates. I'll show you guys a quick demo of this. This is a test. Just playing around with it one night since I really haven't used it yet. But yeah, you can make PowerPoints and stuff, add effects to it, and then save it as a Keynote file or a Microsoft Word, Microsoft PowerPoint file. iMovie for iPad. If I want to edit any short videos on the iPad, I mainly use this for my vlogs, my vlogging channel. I'll put that link down in the description. I mainly edit some of the videos on this because it's just easy to do, and I don't really care how that comes out compared to these videos that I use Final Cut Pro for. Facebook for viewing Facebook, and it's a shame this app hasn't been updated because this app is slow both on the iPhone and iPad, but hopefully it should be updated soon. Netflix, enjoying Netflix content, which is awesome. This is probably one of the must-have apps on the iPad is Netflix. It's a really nice app. If you don't want to buy movies from iTunes or you think movies from iTunes are expensive, definitely check out Netflix. I know the catalog isn't the best, but you'll find something to watch on there. Reminders for reminding me to do things. I mainly use this on my iPhone, but I use this to check things off and look at completed reminders as well. So that is reminders. Photography. I don't really have too many photography apps. I have iPhoto for iOS. This is a really cool app. You can basically let me take a picture from my photo stream here, and I'll show you guys how you edit something. It should load any second now. Or I'll go back to the camera roll maybe. I'll pick this picture. This is for a project I'm doing for school. Basically what I can do here is I can edit it or crop it out using this built-in slider down here. I can auto enhance, basically flag it or add a ribbon to it. I can saturate it just by rubbing around on the image, which is nice, and also adding effects to it, which is cool. So it's just another photo editor. Basically it mocks the Mac version, which is cool. This is about $10. But if you like to take pictures on your iPad or look at them and you want to send them to Facebook, click and have them look nice, definitely check out iPhoto for iOS. Wallpapers HD provides some cool wallpapers. Paper by 53. This is like a sketch app. I saw this in another person's video and I had to check it out. Basically what you can do is that if you can, I found a blank page here. Some of you guys don't want to keep. This page looks good. If I want to like make a sketch or something, it has all these different tools. You can make it different colors. But the one thing I don't like about this app is that it costs money to use these other brushes down here, which is they can get quite expensive. Like this one right here would be $2, and some of these can get really expensive after a while. So I don't really like to have to pay for all the brushes, but for the pen that you get free, you can make these little sort of like Japanese style drawings within. You can change the color of it. I can make this red if I want. Just really cool to do if you like to draw or just like to sketch around on your iPad. Definitely check out Paper by 53. Skype for taking Skype calls. DipPic is a new one. You can make like 4x4 pictures and do all these cool things with your pictures down here. I used this in a recent project I did for school, and it actually did come out well. It's also available on the iPhone too, so definitely check out DipTic. Display recorder. This is a App Store app that was taken down. It used to be a jailbreak only app. Basically, what it allows you to do is it allows you to record your iPad screen, just like ScreenFlow on the Mac. It allows you to record your iPad screen. So if I hit this record button down here, I'll go back to home screen. Say I want to go on Tweetbot. I can do everything that I normally do on Tweetbot. Since it's recording in the background, sometimes the processes take a little bit longer to do. But as you can see, I can just like scroll through my tweets, hit the home screen, go back into display recorder, hit stop. It's gonna merge these two tracks, and here we are. We get a record your audio too, which is nice, and you can set it via AirPlay. So basically just record your screen for your iPad, which is nice. It used to be in the App Store, but it's not available anymore. Going back over here, just speed this up. Bike Race, that's a cool iPad game. It used to be free, but I think it's 99 cents. Epoch is a Unreal Engine game that looks awesome on the Retina displays. Like a third-person shooter like Gears of War. It's pretty cool. Contact Killer Zombies is another first-person shooter game. Allows you to just basically kill zombies like you were in Nazi Zombies or anything like that. Diamond Dash, this is a pretty cool game I play all the time with some friends on Facebook. Basically, you have to line up 3 gems. I guess I'll give you guys a quick demo of it. So here we go. And basically, you gotta get 3 in a row of any color. You just gotta get 3 or more in a row, which sometimes this is hard because you're trying to beat the clock and get the high score. And I'm kind of do this doing the camera lens, so this might not be the best, but you guys get the idea. It's just another puzzle game. Draw something, self-explanatory. Last Stand is a first-person shooter. Bubble Explode is basically like Collapse. Burn the City is like a rip-off of Angry Birds, but it's not as good. Batman Arkham City Lockdown, that's a pretty cool game, but it does cost a lot of money. I think it's a bit hard, but it's a relatively nice game. Bejeweled Blitz, this is like an iPad version of Bejeweled. Grand Theft Auto 4, or 3, I'm sorry, is a Grand Theft Auto game for the iPad. Never really played on here because I never really got the time. And Highway Rider is one of these games that you tilt your iPad to make the character move. My utilities folder, I'm just going to breeze through this one because this one's not really that special. FedEx Mobile for tracking FedEx packages. The airport utility for managing my network via my Airport Extreme. Find my iPhone. If I lose my iPhone or lose my iPad, I can track it via on here. Or if I even lose my Mac, I can track down here. Log me in for logging into my iMac from anywhere else in the world. Calculator Pro, Dictionary.com, GoodReader, which is a server-based app that I can access on different servers and pull files off of them. Graphing Calculator HD, Khan Academy, OnLive Desktop. I did a review of that. Knowability. This is a great app for students. If you're going to take notes or anything, definitely check out this app. Basically, what you can do is you can draw on it. This is like basically a sketch that I'm doing of a poster for my health class, and I basically just wrote out everything that I want to do and all the stuff I wanted to write down. And what's cool about this is that you can draw on it. I won't make a new note, but if you guys want to see a review of this, definitely let me know down below. The Weather Channel, Google Drive, basically the Google version of Dropbox, and iTunes U. My second games folder, I got Sonic CD, Riptide GP, Temple Run, Piece of Explanatory, Stick Wars 3, Trials 2, X2 Winter, that's like a bike racing game, Tofu 2, that's a pretty cool game, Samurai vs. Zombies Defense. One of my teachers at school plays that all the time. He loves that game, he plays it all the time if we have like a free period or something. Sonic, Sega Superstars Racing, that's a cool game, and Solitaire. Entertainment, the My Xbox Live app for controlling my Xbox, because this was updated just to support the Xbox Companion. Time Warner Cable TV, basically how I can watch TV on my iPad. I used to be able to mirror this with AirPlay, but not anymore since Time Warner Cable restricted that with their own code or something. Pandora Radio, place of explanatory remote for controlling my Apple TV and my iTunes library. Flickster for checking out movie times. GetGlue, basically I did a review on that. Disney Junior, I downloaded that for my niece because sometimes we just need some peace of quiet. You're going to stick the iPad in front of her for a TV show, and that usually shuts them up for a little bit. Hulu Plus, recently just got that. I think I'm going to cancel it because the catalog isn't that good and is nowhere near as Netflix and the Apple Podcast app. In this game's holder, I got Infinity Blade 1 and 2, Letras, and Letras 2 and Letras Power, Logo Quiz, Mega Run, Jetpack Joyride, Dead Trigger. I think I've been doing a review on that. Flick Football, that's a really good game. I'm into that game a lot. Hoops Free, that's like a basketball game. Mac Hoster, Ski Safari, the N app, and Spy Maps HD. That was free in the App Store one day, and I decided to pick it up. Numbers is basically Apple's Excel. And this game's holder, yes, I have a lot of games holders. Angry Birds HD, Where's My Water, Angry Birds Seasons HD, Angry Birds Rio HD, BioKiss, I think that's how I say it. Cut the Rope, Feed Me Oil HD, Fruit Ninja HD, Jenga, and Monster Motor Hero HD as well. Sorry guys, it's a little hard to read since I had the tripod right in front of my face. But in this last and final games folder, I have Angry Birds Space, the iPhone version because I haven't gotten around to buying the iPad version yet. Real Racing HD 2, Virtual Table Tennis HD Online, Touch Air Hockey, the Logibot, that's a really cool game. Archery, Plants vs. Zombies, that doesn't really work too well on the iPad, it needs an update for the Retina display and everything. Shopping Car Hero 3, that's a pretty funny game. Words with Friends, self-explanatory. Bejeweled, self-explanatory. Dotline, pretty self-explanatory. And Mass Effect Infiltrator, which is a Mass Effect third-person shooter. So yeah, guys, that's basically all the apps I have on my iPad. If you guys want any in-depth reviews on any of these apps, just leave them down below. And I will see you guys in the next video.